Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I was gonna take the Corvette out for a spin. I love the way this car drives and sounds. I went to put the window down and well, it stopped right about there. It also sounds like something in there is catching. I did order a window regulator for it to see if that will fix it. So let's take this door panel apart and see what's going on. Hey guys, John Engel here, and I've got some great news. Today we're going to fix that by installing a brand new double din. So today we're going to do an oil change and replace those. So the very first thing that we need to do is get rid of this little cover here, which a lot of Corvettes actually are missing these, but there's some bolts behind that. So we're going to take this off and we're going to take this off. And for both of these, we're going to use one of these trusty dandy pry bars. There we go. So that pops out super easy, and then you can see in there. Now that we have that popped out, we have access to these two bolts, and this is pretty simple to do. If you have a pry bar, realistically, if you put it right here at the center and then pull out, now I already loosened it a little bit and it comes right off, so that's super easy as well. So these are T30s in here, and there's two of them. Okay. Two of these are out, T30 torque bits, not too hard so far. Now that we have that removed with the two T30s, we've got that bezel removed, we need to remove this switch. This side actually has a compression little metal tab, and this is actually a slotted tab. So you can't pull up on this side without damaging it. You're supposed to pull up on this side. Let's see how well this works. Okay, see, I damaged it already. That is not what you want to hear when you're doing this, by the way. See, this is, I broke it. Not what you want. But you can see where you need to be. All right, well, that's not my favorite part, but I will show you this. So here's the tab part that I was worried about breaking. Here's the part I actually broke. This is actually a little crack down there just from stress. And this is where we get, there we go. So that is how you take that out. That is how you break it. I am going to fix this with some epoxy now and pray that it breaks no more. Look, it's even broke at the top. This whole thing, you can replace these and I think they're about 40 bucks. So it's not the end of the world, but you just hate that. That is some cheap plastic on there. Anyway, that's done. That's the metal tab I was telling about. That's the tab that you don't want to pry on that end. That is your connector for the actual module, and that's where I broke it. So right now, I am Gorilla Gluing this piece back together, so hopefully when I'm done with this process, that will be dry and I can install it and it'll be good to go. Right now, it's got a bunch of clips, and the thing you don't want to do is break this too, but I'll probably end up doing that as well. But there are a bunch of these clips that we need to get off, like that. Once that's all off, we should be able to just lift her kind of up like this. There we go. Now that we're inside, we can see that whoever owned this previously did do some nice upgrades. So we've got some upgraded stereo equipment. They basically use this Dynamat, which is a different brand. This one's called Silencer, just to keep it so it doesn't vibrate, it doesn't make any awkward sounds, also keeps road noise out. So now what we need to do though is remove this, which is like a plasticky membrane that they put silencer over. So right here, you can actually see where all of this from the factory, this is actually a piece of the factory water shielding was. This is all just deteriorating. And if I was doing this on my own and didn't have all that silencer stuff on there, I'd probably just order a new piece and do it one time. But seeing that the silencer stuff is kind of keeping everything together, I'm just gonna reuse this hopefully. While it's really nice that I have great components in here, taking this apart is not as easy as when it was factory because it should just have some clips so that I could get this away. However, the things that I do need to get to at this point are these bolts. So this is a 13 millimeter, and then over here is a 13 millimeter. If this window was all the way up, you would be able to access it through this hole right here and this hole right here. So because my window is half the way down, I'm just going to use that to my advantage, and then we will take off this bolt. We'll take off all of these bolts. We'll take off this one, and there probably is another one. Nope, that one looks like it just slides in maybe. We'll find out. First, let's get this glass out. And all we have to do is loosen these. Now remember, it's in glass, so it's not tight. Out. Okay, I think my glass is out. Perfect, let's not drop this. Now that the glass is out, we want to reach our hand in here. You can kind of see where the motor is, and there is a cable, and all you do, press down on this little tab right here and pull it off, and that goes right to the motor. So now the motor's disconnected. We need to take off all of these to get this window regulator out. So as you've been watching, everything's coming out super easy, and then I noticed this one right here, there's no like bolt spot. That's because you have to go underneath, and let's see if this will show it. Right here, you've got to remove that little plate to get to that bolt. Just so you know. Yeah, that one under there, a little bit of a pain, but once that's done, that all will come out as well. At least it's supposed to. We've now got a motor in here. We got this thing in here. This wants to come out. Let's try those first. I say it wants to come out and then it doesn't. There we go. All right, so this one, that's all out. Oh, there's a little holdy tie thing down here. All right. Don't forget about the holdy tie down thingy. Let's see if we can get that popped through. There we go. Okay, that made it easier. Look at that. All right, so that was the holdy tie down thingy. That's all out. All right, guys, you can see the old one is up top, and I was able to get the zip tie wire holdy thing kind of out, and all I did was shove a screwdriver right in there, which released it from the rest of it. So now I can put that onto here and make sure that it gets attached correctly. So now we're going to try to put this back in the way that it came out, which was this way. Just remember, the motor points up and towards the back because that will connect into the power. This side goes over there, so it has to go in kind of first, all together as one kind of like this. We just keep shoving it back. And as we shove it back, we can reach through here, pull it. You should be able to. There we go. And then this will be able to eventually swing there. This needs to come in. Beautiful. All right, so the window regulator is all in. I can actually put this piece back on now. I can do a few things, but the first thing that I want to do is plug it up so that I can put the window down and then put the window back in and tighten that up. I think it'll be easier. It was easier when I took it off just to be able to see it right here. Hopefully this thing works. All right, let's show you my fix on here. You can see that there was a crack up at the top and then there is Gorilla Glue all over it and a crack at the bottom and Gorilla Glue, which has not fully set yet. So I'm gonna go back and put this, but I wanna use it just to put this window down real quick or to see if it will go down. That motor is noisy, but at least it worked. You can see on the glass where it was in there, so I'm hoping that it's going to slip in right around the same place. All right, so that one slipped in very easily. Get this one in. It should go right about here, I think. With these clamps, don't forget that you're putting glass in between it, and basically it's a friction that holds it. So do not over torque these. Whereas if you over torque the fiberglass, yeah, it'll crack, but it'll be covered. Here you crack your glass and then you're in big trouble. So I now need to basically reverse everything that I've done and get this all taken care of. So the next time you see me, it will probably be with this door back on without our window switch, because I'm going to let that dry fully. Or maybe I'll do it tomorrow when I finish it all up. But let me finish this. Well guys, at least now I can drive my C5. The window goes up and down. That motor is noisy and I'm not a fan of it, but I did leave off the window switches until they dried. I cracked it when I was taking it off and I put a little Gorilla Glue to hold it on there. I will tell you this, taking this door panel off and replacing the window regulator on a C5 is super easy. It's something that you should be easily able to tackle yourself, and it's pretty self-explanatory actually. Well, at least it goes better than some of my projects. All right guys, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned a little something. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll catch you next time. Finally, she's done.